Many of you have watched your channels be demonetized, or worse, suspended, terminated. Many of you have been defamed, accused of copyright infringements, falsely accused of violating community guidelines, falsely accused of deceptive practices. Many people believe that YouTube and Google, being a private company, can do whatever they want. It's not true. They do not have the right to defame you. They do not have the right to falsely accuse you, nor does Google have the right to restrict your speech. The Supreme Court in the United States has ruled repeatedly that if you open up your place to the public, that freedom of speech and other human rights apply. It doesn't matter what Google and YouTube says in their terms of service. If their terms of service are not legal, then those terms of service are struck down, and any damages that you may have suffered, you should be able to receive restitution compensation for those illegal damages, no matter what it says on the terms of service of Google or YouTube, since their terms of service, again, are a violation of human rights, namely freedom of speech and the access of information that is vital to a democracy. If you are in favor of free speech, if you know that Google has too much monopolistic power, if you are afraid of Google's influence over elections and our democracy, if you know that it's time for Google to be broken up, then join this lawsuit. If your channel has been terminated for no legitimate reason, join this lawsuit. If you have been defamed, falsely accused, join this lawsuit. If you have been demonetized, join this lawsuit. Thank you.
Ironic, isn't it? The company that hires some of the smartest people in the world couldn't handle a well-reasoned scientific discussion. But my firing pales in comparison to the larger issue. Will Google force upon its users the same politically correct views that it forces upon its employees? The evidence is disturbing. Google already manipulates its products to fit a certain viewpoint. Just one example, YouTube, Google's video platform, restricts access to dozens of PragerU videos, along with videos made by other influential moderates and conservatives. Yes, Google is a business and can set its own policies, but for its billions of users, Google is their main gateway to information, the lens through which they view the world. This makes Google, in some ways, more powerful than even the government. And that means Google has a special responsibility to, well, simply follow its own motto, don't be evil. I'm James Damore.
President Trump's 2020 campaign manager calling out Google, saying the internet giant is the, quote, biggest threat to our republic.
Election deeply offensive, and I know many of you do too.
This massive, kick in the gut that we were going to lose, and it was really painful.
Is there anything positive you see from this election result?
Boy, that's a really tough one right now.
New leaked video revealing how top Google executives really felt following President Trump's election back in 2016.
Yeah, I think Google is really taking advantage of a lot of people, and I think that's a very serious thing, and it's a very serious charge. I think what Google and what others are doing, if you look at what's going on at Twitter, if you look at what's going on in Facebook, they better be careful, because you can't do that to people. You can't do it. We have literally thousands and thousands of complaints coming in, and you just can't do that. So I think that Google and Twitter and Facebook, they're really treading on very, very troubled territory, and they have to be careful. It's not fair to large portions of the population.